In the first tutorial in this Photoshop interface series, we took a general tour of the interface and its main features. This time, we'll learn all about Photoshop's tools and the toolbar. The toolbar is where Photoshop holds the many tools we have to work with. There are tools for making selections, for cropping and retouching images, for adding shapes and type, and many more. We'll start with a look at the toolbar itself, including how the toolbar is organized and how to access the many tools hidden within it. Then we'll look at each and every tool in the toolbar with a quick summary of what each tool is used for. So now that we've learned how Photoshop's toolbar is organized, let's look at the tools themselves. Below is a quick summary of each of Photoshop's tools, along with a brief description of what each tool is used for. The tools are listed in order from top to bottom, and specific tools are covered in more detail in other lessons. An asterisk after a tool's name indicates a default tool, and the letter in parenthesis is the tool's keyboard shortcut. To cycle through tools with the same keyboard shortcut, press and hold Shift as you press the letter. This list is up to date as of Photoshop CC 2020. Note that some tools are not available in earlier versions. Move and Selection Tools. Move Tool, V. The Move tool is used to move layers, selections and guides within a Photoshop document. Enable Auto Select to automatically select the layer or group you click on. Rectangular Marquee Tool, M. The Rectangular Marquee tool draws rectangular selection outlines. Press and hold Shift as you drag to draw a square selection. Lasso Tool, L. With the Lasso tool, you can draw a freeform selection outline around an object. Quick Selection Tool, W. The Quick Selection tool lets you easily select an object simply by painting over it with the brush. Enable Auto Enhance in the options bar for better quality selections. Magic Wand Tool, W. Photoshop's Magic Wand tool selects areas of similar color with a single click. The tolerance value in the options bar sets the range of colors that will be selected. Crop and Slice Tools. Crop Tool, C. Use the Crop tool in Photoshop to crop an image and remove unwanted areas. Uncheck Delete Cropped Pixels in the options bar to crop an image non-destructively. Slice Tool, C. The Slice tool divides an image or layout into smaller sections, slices, which can be exported and optimized separately. Slice Select Tool, C. Use the Slice Select tool to select individual slices created with the Slice tool. Eyedropper Tool, I. Photoshop's Eyedropper tool samples colors in an image. Increase sample size in the options bar for a better representation of the sampled area's color. 3D Material Eyedropper Tool, I. Use the 3D Material Eyedropper tool to sample material from a 3D model in Photoshop. Ruler Tool, I. The Ruler tool measures distances, locations and angles. Great for positioning images and elements exactly where you want them. Note Tool, I. The Note tool allows you to attach text-based notes to your Photoshop document, either for yourself or for others working on the same project. Notes are saved as part of the PSD file. Retouching and Painting Tools. Spot Healing Brush Tool, J. The Spot Healing brush in Photoshop quickly removes blemishes and other minor problem areas in an image. Use a brush size slightly larger than the blemish for best results. Brush Tool, B. The Brush tool is Photoshop's primary painting tool. Use it to paint brush strokes on a layer or on a layer mask. Clone Stamp Tool, S. The Clone Stamp tool is the most basic of Photoshop's retouching tools. It samples pixels from one area of the image and paints them over pixels in another area. History Brush Tool. Why? The History Brush tool paints a snapshot from an earlier step, history state, into the current version of the image. Choose the previous state from the History panel. Eraser Tool, E. The Eraser tool in Photoshop permanently erases pixels on a layer. It can also be used to paint in a previous history state. Gradient Tool, G. Photoshop's Gradient tool draws gradual blends between multiple colors. The Gradient Editor lets you create and customize your own gradients. Blur Tool. The Blur tool blurs and softens areas you paint over with the tool. Dodge Tool, O. Paint over areas in the image with the Dodge tool to lighten them. Drawing and Type Tools. Pen Tool, P. Photoshop's Pen tool allows you to draw extremely precise paths, vector shapes or selections. Horizontal Type Tool, T. Known simply as the Type tool in Photoshop, use the Horizontal Type tool to add standard type to your document. Path Selection Tool, A. The Rectangle Tool, U. The Rectangle tool draws rectangular vector shapes, paths or pixel shapes. Press and hold Shift as you drag to force the shape into a perfect square. Navigation Tools. Hand Tool, H. The Hand tool lets us click and drag an image around on the screen to view different areas when zoomed in. Zoom Tool, Z. Click on the image with the Zoom tool to zoom in on a specific area. Press and hold Alt, Win, Option, Mac, and click with the Zoom tool to zoom out. In the next tutorial we will learn how to reset the tools and toolbar. Subscribe for daily updates. Thank you.